Hello dears, good morning all. We can complete the remaining part of our chapter, our small chapter. Okay, so we discussed about the biosphere reserve. Biosphere reserve means what? That is a large protected area. Another protected area or protected land under government, that is a wildlife sanctuary. Wildlife sanctuaries provide protection and suitable living conditions to wild animals. For wild animals, killing and capturing of animals is strictly prohibited in this area. But we can see even in these protected areas are also not safe for wild animals because the people living in the neighborhood they may encroach upon them and kills them and destroy them, hunting these animals that is usually we can see in all these protected areas too. And what is the difference between this protected area or wildlife sanctuary and a zoo? In a wildlife sanctuary, the animals they are using their own habitat. But in a zoo, we are providing artificial habitat for them. That is the difference between a wildlife sanctuary and a zoo. Another protected area, that is a national park. These are also large areas reserved for wildlife, for wild plants and animals, where they can freely use their habitat and also they can use the natural resources present in that area. In all these national parks, we can see some of the plant species or animal species are well protected. Some national parks is mainly for this keeping or protecting only a particular type of plant item or animal item. We can see the Satpura National Park is the first reserve forest in India. And this the finest Indian teak is found in this forest and also it is protected there. Madhavji also explained to them about the Project Tiger. Project Tiger is one of the plan launched by the government to protect the tiger population. The tiger population in our country to ensure their own survival in our country. We know that tiger is one of the disappearing animal from the forest, from the present forest now. Satpura Tiger Reserve also we can see it is only for protecting the tiger population. We can see the number of wild animals, not all wild animals, but some of the wild animals are decreasing in an alarming rate now. Animals whose numbers are diminishing or decreasing to a level that they might face extinction are known as the endangered animals. Endangered animals means those animals they are facing the problem of extinction. Extinction means so what are called extincted animals? Extincted animals they already disappeared from the earth. Some of the examples of extincted animals they are the dinosaurs. They already extincted. Dodo birds. All these are already extincted from the earth. If you are not protecting the endangered animals, what will happen? Slowly they will become the extincted species. So if we are killing the snakes, lizards, fruits, bats, etc., what will happen? Slowly they will become endangered and finally they will become the extincted species. So in order to maintain our ecosystem, we have to ensure the survival of all this kind of animals. So what is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is made up of all the plants, animals and microorganisms in an area. And what they are doing? They are interconnected with the non-living components, non-living environment such as the climate, soil, river, etc. They are always the interconnection between this living and non-living components is called ecosystem. At last it is given some of the main topics in this page number 84. You can see about the red data book. A red data book, that is nothing, that is a source book which contains the details or reports of all the endangered animals and plants. If you want to know about the endangered plants and species and animals, we have just referred to that book. The book contains all this kind of details. Then migration. The term migration that is familiar to us. It is nothing, there is a movement of one species from an area to another area. Migration is usually exhibited by the birds. Okay. During favorable conditions, when we are watching through the rivers or near to the lakes, we can see a number of birds, migratory birds are there. What is their speciality? Migratory birds, they fly to far away areas every year during a particular time because of the climatic changes. Because of the change in the climatic condition, what is happening, they are leaving their own native place and selecting some other favorable areas for their survival. So after particular climatic change is over, they will return to their native place. So it is given about the recycling of paper also in this chapter. Why it is given the topic recycling of paper here? Do you know? So when we are damaged or wasting the paper tremendously, what will happen? There will be, or it will adversely affect our plant species, because for the construction or for the manufacturing of paper we require plants. It is estimated that it takes 17 full grown trees to make 1 ton of paper. So when we are misusing and wasting the paper, we are not only the wasting the paper, but we are cutting or killing our plants or trees also. So it is very essential to save paper. Then the last topic is about the reforestation. Reforestation means the restocking of the destroyed forests by planting new trees. We should plant at least as many trees as we cut. So in a naturally also it may happen reforestation. In natural reforestation there is no role of human beings. Okay, but when we are cutting the forest, it is our duty to make it as restored. At last, Professor Ahmad told them that in India we have the Forest Conservation Act. This act is aimed to preservation and conservation of natural resources, natural forests, and also meeting the basic needs of the people living in or near the forests. So go through this chapter and study the chapter very well. Thank you.